Let's talk about the consent. We spoke about the privacy notices in the last video. Now we'll talk about the consent as expected to be taken care of under DPDP rules 2025. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy, and today we are going to talk about consent mechanism under the newly defined DPDP rules defined in November 13th November 2025. What is a valid consent? Two important words, a consent and a valid consent. So consent is like simple normal English. Permission. Permission in this case to use your personal data. Valid, it has been taken, safeguarding the interest of privacy set by norms of your respective country's regulators. Right? So it is valid only if you have met the norms and is considered valid if you meet them. Key aspects, it has to be clear, it has to be specific, informed, unambiguous, which means very clear, no ambiguity in the sense that there's no confusing language, that if this then this. No, it has to be absolutely clear and given through a affirmative action. I need your phone number for sending you messages about new launches of my products. Do you allow me? Yes or no? And the person selects either yes or no. But the clear question explaining what would be done with that phone number is there. So yes or no affirmation is easy, right? It should not be that these are the 10 points. Are you okay with them? Accept all. And then there's only a button of accept all. Like I had today in the evening where for a cab booking service, when you try to cancel the cab, the next screen came up. Why do you want to cancel the cab? And the only option given was please don't cancel, right? So I kept struggling with that for 10 minutes to get that sorted out, right? So consent should be very clear with affirmative action. And with respect to notice, the notice should come first because notice gives the information how the information is going to be used. So once you come to know from notice how your information is going to be used, then it is easier to give a consent and it becomes valid if the notice is already delivered. Notice cannot be delivered after the consent. There could be changes, right? But if the changes are drastic enough, maybe you need a consent again. But if they're not, then notice is supposed to be given before the consent. Yes, you can publish a notice that this is a minor change, and so on. There has to be a clarity of consent, so it could be granular. I'm taking your phone number, I'm taking your address, I want your health details. What for? I'll market my health related products to you. I'll analyze your data and predict disease for people in your area, or I'll provide you better service with this data, or all of them. So it should be granular. The user should have the right to choose what all he wants to take as a service, and that's what the DPDP rule says. Clear, simplified, itemized, which I termed as granular in my speech, and must be very purpose specific. Marketing does not mean an open-ended word. This is just a pictorial. Marketing means what kind of marketing. Some person may say, I don't want phone calls and SMSs, but I'm okay if you keep sending me emails, right? So you need to be prepared accordingly. Consent cannot go beyond purpose. For example, I take a consent to get your email ID so that I can send you the details of my product, but I start sending you details of performance of my company for which I never took a consent. So I need to be careful about it. Withdrawal of consent, key aspects should be as easy as providing consent was. This should be covered by rule 3.7 in the this thing. So like I have shown in the pictorial, just slide it here. It was here, tick mark, right? And I slide it there and say cross, right? So that's withdrawal of the consent. That's what I'm saying here. Withdrawal should be as easy as providing the consent. Verifiable parent consent, rule 10 of the new rules. Parental consent is very much required. If a person is minor, you have to have a way to check his age and then take a verification from the parent. So you need to have a mechanism to verify the parent as well. Ideal digital locker validation to be used for such cases. Same happens with age verification. use trusted mechanisms, school certificates, proportionate age checks, and accordingly take the consent from the parent. And parental consent should also be easily withdrawable. So should be the consent of a person with disability. Signing consent, healthcare, disability, right? Just signing a consent of medical treatment versus signing a consent for use of the information. I authorize you to conduct dialysis as my next treatment versus I authorize you to let it be public that you are doing dialysis for me are two separate things. Dialysis in this case is my PII because that's my treatment here, though it might be common with thousands of people, but for me it is PII for now. So assisted consent should be allowed. A legal guardian should be there with the disabled person. Verification of this assisting person is required, must maintain record of assistance. Consent withdrawal for children as well as people with disabilities. Parents can withdraw consent. Assistance, if authorized, can be withdrawn, and it should be easy to make consent withdrawal applicable. The big picture for consent, both for consent in general as well as under DPDP rules, it is not a checkbox, it's a compliance list. Remember, when we talk of DPDP, when we talk of privacy, don't worry about the compliance. Take these rules as a guideline to optimize and make your business better, to provide better service to your customers, to ensure that they keep trusting you for sharing their personal information with you. Make a structured, verified, rule-driven consent mechanism, especially for tech, fintech, healthcare, and social media companies. Because social media, there could be a lot of loss of data. In social media, can even get you locational information of an individual, which can be misused. And be sure, be clear that there could be strong penalties if the consent is not valid. So that's about consent under the Indian DPDP rules. I hope you like the content of my video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share your feedback in the comment section.